Hey guys, so I'm just going to show you guys a bit of an overview and a little bit of a tutorial on how to record with Audacity for the show. So like I was saying in the group chat, if you use this program, it makes it so you can actually follow the guide tracks and then you just have your vocal left over and that's it. So obviously, first thing you're going to want to do is go and grab the actual program. So if you go to audacityteam.org/download, you'll go to this page. And from here, you choose what platform you're on, whether it's a Windows computer, Mac OS, or Linux. And from here, once it's downloaded and installed, you can then open it up. And it looks like this when you open it up for the first time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our guide track, which for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna be showing you guys with the base guide track. So we can either drag it and drop it into here and it'll import it that way, or we can go up to File and then Import an audio, and from here you can then search for the file that way, but since I have the folder open already, might as well just do it this way. So once it's in there, if I hit play, it plays the file, but it is a little bit loud. Since you need to have headphones on, you'll probably only be able to hear the guide track and not really your voice. So if you go right here, next to the track, there's these sliders. And typically you can go to about -3 dB on the gain or -6. And it'll be a bit quieter. You can play this. This is really just a personal preference thing on like how loud you want it to be. So if I want it really quiet, I can put it at -12 even. Okay, and then so next step, if you see this red button up here, this is your record button. However, if I just hit it right now, it starts recording at the end of the track that I just made for the guide track, which you don't want. So what you'll want to do, if you hover over it, it says record is R, but record a new track is Shift plus R. So if we press Shift and R, now we can record, and it's a separate track from the guide track. So as you'll see, this is the new track that's being recorded off of what I'm saying right now. And I'll play it back for you real quick so you can see. Now we can record, and it's a separate, so you can hear both voices, both your voice and the guide track. And if you want to hear just the recording you just did, you can hit solo. It'll mute this completely. Now we can record, and it's a separate track back from the guide track. If you want to just listen back to it. This is what's great about this too is, like Ben said, if you didn't like a section, you can select it, hit backspace, and it's gone. And then you can go back. If you just hit R or this button up here, it'll continue from that spot that you last got rid of. And then finally, when you are completely done with the recording, and you don't need the guide track anymore, you just need to submit your vocals. If you go to this X up here on the top track, you can close it, it'll get rid of it, and you can, from there, go to File and Export, and you can export it as a MP3 or a WAV file. I would personally recommend saving it as a WAV file just so that it has the highest quality, because MP3s tend to compress it to make the file sizes a bit smaller. But since we're doing this for like a recording, it would be probably nicer for Mary if you sent a WAV file. What I would also recommend is actually saving the project and saying, like, for example, recording, whatever you want to name it, and then just like the raw, because this is going to be the raw recording. That way, if you ever need to go back to it, like if the export messed up or something, you can go back and open up this file and it's there for you to export again, or go into the next thing I'm going to go into, which is add effects to it. Which this is an optional step, what I'm about to tell you, because if you just want to send in your raw vocals, you're good. You don't need to really know anything else. Mary can take care of the rest, but what I like to do personally is you see these sections in between words. So right now it didn't really pick up a whole lot of noise, but okay, if I just grab some silence, or quote unquote silence, it's not actually completely silent. Your microphone is probably going to pick up some extra ambient noise in the room, unless you've got a microphone that's not too sensitive. Some of the ones they might have sent you are not as sensitive as some others. So what you can do here is say if you find that there's some ambient noise, you can select the area that there's a lot of noise, and from the effects tab, if you go up to noise reduction, this is a filter that will get rid of the noise in the background, but there's a couple steps to it first. So the first step you're going to want to do is select, like I did up here, and then step 1, like it says here, get the noise profile. So now you're going to deselect this selection by just clicking here at the head of the track. And that selects the entire track, so that you can go in back to noise reduction, and this time hit OK. And you can see the waveforms change just a little bit because they're getting rid of the noise just a bit. That's totally fine. My room's not super noisy, but some of yours might pick up a little bit more noise. The one thing to keep in mind is that your room could be noisy, but also could be causing echo, which this will not remove the echo. That's something separate that either Mary's gonna have to deal with, or maybe if you can put some stuff up on the walls like foam padding or blankets over windows and things like that, it'll actually decrease the amount of echo that you get in your recording. I have sound panels on my walls, which is why there's not a whole lot of echo in my room. So that helps, but that's a little bit of the like extreme. You don't need to go that super far length to get good recordings. And if you have any experience with equalization, there's some filters in here that'll help you with that, but I believe that Mary's probably going to deal with all that for us, so you don't actually need to delve into that yourself. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. You guys can ask me if you have any questions about anything. I'm not like incredibly well versed in using Audacity or audio engineering in general, but I know my way around some stuff from experience of having to use things for my own projects. So hope you guys found some use for this, and happy recording.